Hey guys, it's Evil Anarchy, and today we're at the Del Amo Fashion Center outside of a P.F. Chang's and Buffalo Wild Wings. There's a brand new store opening up called Animate. It's a big store in Japan, and we're gonna check out their grand opening today. It should probably be already open by now. I think they opened at 10. I'm expecting maybe a little bit of a line, I'm not sure. So I absolutely adored this store. I hope you guys do too. If you like this video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. You know, it really helps the channel out. It really helps me out. I go out to so many events and I post a new video like every other week, so stick around.
Alright, so
it's a long line. Oh my god, another vlogger. This for your channel? This is for your channel? You a YouTuber? You a TikToker?
mm-hmm.
A little bit more, I guess.
Something I can zoom in.
Yeah, it's really hard to zoom in on that thing. About Animate a little bit, because this is actually a really big deal that this store is coming to America. It actually already had a store here in Los Angeles, and unfortunately it closed down in 2003. I don't think it was around very long, but here's their website. You know, they have a lot of collabs going on, and you can always order stuff from their website. So if you don't live near the store, you can check it out online. They also got a lot of pre-orders for stuff online, so they have all this cool Nikkei stuff that they didn't have in the store. And the pre-orders end on October 10th, so I need to get some of these plushies because I'm absolutely a Nikkei lover. But just looking at Japan, look at all the animates they have in Japan. This is like a big chain in Japan, and they've got like 8 in Tokyo alone. And here's some of their stores. These are really cool, and they're like multi-floored, really big. This is a really big chain. So coming to Los Angeles, or I should say coming back to Los Angeles, is such a big deal for them. And worry not if you're not able to make it to Los Angeles to come to this store. They do go to cons, so check your local con listing. They might be at a convention. This is from Anime Expo this year. You know, they go on the con circuit like every other, you know, retailer. But now that we're through that, let's go into the store, and we're going to check out what they got in here, because they have an absolute megaton crap load of stuff in here. Like, oh my goodness. Just coming on in, you're just bombarded with My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer. I made my way to the back here and found a bunch of Japanese manga. This stuff did not have prices on it, unfortunately. I was a little worried about that. None of the Japanese mangas had prices on it. It was all in yen. So I don't know how much any of it cost. I didn't want to wait in line to buy it. Then they also had Zatch Bell 2. If you hadn't heard, Zatch Bell is coming out with a sequel. This is the manga for Zatch Bell 2. Super excited for that. I don't know about you guys. They also had some of these cheesy how to draw manga books. But talking about some of the promotional events that they were doing, or that they are doing, I should say, because I don't think any of these are going to be ended until the end of the month. They were giving away free exclusive items if you bought from certain shows. So you got, you know, if you bought My Hero Academia, you got a My Hero Academia card or something. Same thing with Demon Slayer and Evangelion and all that. They had so much going on, and they still have so much more. And also, this is like one of the places you can get HoloLive merch, and it's very exclusive here. So stick around to the end of the video and we'll check out the HoloLive section. But let's go around and check out some of the manga first. So they do have some English manga here. Here's Made in Abyss. If you haven't seen Made in Abyss, check it out. It's pretty good. Animation's really good. It's a little on the darker side, so not for kids. They also had Goblin Slayer. New Goblin Slayer one's coming out soon. Don't know if you guys like that, but it'll be here. Again, not for kids. Oh, but they do have some stuff that's child-friendly here. It's not all for adults. But they also had some Maki the Grappler stuff that's probably not for kids. I don't know what I'm even talking about at this point. They did have a huge HoloLive selection, so they had all of the Good Smile Nendoroids for the HoloLive members. They also had a whole section dedicated to acrylics for Evangelion, Demon Slayer, and all that, but they're all separated by show. So this whole rack here is nothing but Evangelion. They had a few Evangelion racks, and some of this stuff was actually pretty cool. But if you're not into giant robots, they also had some Bocchi the Rock merch here. I absolutely adore Bocchi the Rock. I think this anime is probably one of my favorites in the last couple years. I didn't go into it expecting it to be so good, and it was just so good. But I had to head back and look at more Evangelion acrylic stuff. This was on a different section. So it just goes to show how much stuff they have here. And they had little keychains, and I actually like the little acrylics here. These ones were pretty cool. They were a little pricey. Some of this stuff was a little on the higher end. I think that was like a book about angels going to spas. I don't really know, but it was interesting looking. I think that book was the cheapest thing on this rack. It was like $8. Everything else was like $20 and up. But yeah, this story is just so much fun. You could just absolutely get lost in everything here, like Spice and Wolf and Naruto and just all the merch you could imagine. Like, oh my goodness. They had so much stuff that you don't even expect to see, and you're just happy to see. Like, there was some Digimon on that shelf back there, but also there's some Oshinoko. These were absolutely adorable. These little plushies were like $14 though, so a little pricey. These acrylics were actually a little holographic. The ones on the left that I didn't get the best look at, of course. But checking out more of their manga selection, and they had some Gurren Lagann here. I didn't actually know Gurren Lagann had a manga. I've only seen the anime. I don't know if it's worth reading. The anime was really good though. I recommend that. If you didn't see it on the shelf there, they also had Solo Leveling. Highly recommend reading Solo Leveling. Not a manga. I believe it's a manhwa, as it is Korean, but I highly recommend checking it out. I'm excited for the series, even though the series doesn't seem like it might be the best. Like, I don't think it's going to interpret the comic as well as you would hope. They also had a lot of small brand deals going on. Like, all this merch here is for, I believe, a Bishoujo game about, you know, dating scantily clad men. I'm assuming that's what it is. I don't know. I saw it a little bit of on Twitter. But they also had more Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man, and this Makima keychain here was a beautiful design. And oh my goodness, rest in peace, Mr. Reyes. I can't believe they would bring your corpse out for this. But they had a huge Niji Sanji selection here too. I didn't expect this. It was all the Niji Sanji boys. They didn't have any of the girls or anything like that. I mean, the boys are what's popular right now. And they didn't have any of the newer stuff either. It was all just the last generation, which is kind of interesting. But they also had some unique stuff here. Like, I had never heard of this, but this was really cool. This acrylic was actually one of my favorites. And of course, they had more Gura just everywhere. Just love Gura. They also had some Genshin Impact. Not as much as you would expect. But now that we've gone through the main store, let's go to the back, which is probably the area where they're going to be holding all their events. They had this huge Hololive section in the back here, and this was absolutely awesome. Got to take a little photo with my girl Gura, Callie, and oh my goodness, all of the Hololive myth was back here. This was super cool. I'm sure they're going to be hosting a whole bunch of different events here. Let me know down in the comments which Hololive member from Myth is your favorite. Now we're going to look at some of their merch. They had a lot of their merch listed, and I showed a graphic of it earlier. You can sort of freeze frame and see what you want and like check out the prices. I also have a closer up in just a second here. Yeah, check this out. Like, so it's like $8 for something, and like, I don't know. Their prices were okay. But they also had a little message corner so you could leave a message for Hololive. I don't know if this is actually going to get out to them, but you know, sweet dreaming, right? So I, of course, being the old man that I am, had to write "I lost the game" and put that on the wall. Hope Gura reads that one. And that was it for my little journey to the Animate store here in the Torrance del Amo Fashion Center. I absolutely loved it. I'm going to be coming back. If they have any events coming up, I will be back. And I know I didn't really talk about it, but they also had a Gashapon section, but Gashapon's everywhere nowadays, so it's not too exciting for me. But across the way, they had a book off. And honestly, this book off sucks. There's 2 book offs in this mall. And so the other one had some more anime figures here. So you can see this Ghost in the Shell figure here is $19 in the box and $25 out of the box. What the heck? Secondhand stores, you need to get your shit together. And after that, we went to go get some dumplings. And oh my goodness, look at these. These were delicious. And here's a video of me eating one of the dessert dumplings. This is like filled with chocolate, and they give you like this sea salt cream. Like, look at this. Oh my god. I actually lose it here. Look at this. Like, oh, I'm like, no. How do I get it out? It was so slippery. It was so good though. It was like biting. It was like a chocolate cookie that melts in your mouth. Like, it was just so good. It was expensive chocolate. But that's it for today's video, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye, guys.